to it. So for better or worse, probably worse, I spend a lot of time in the comment section under Sports Center and Bleacher Report posts on Instagram because I think they're hilarious. There's usually 3 camps or types of people in the comment section. There's the bots posing as unbelievably attractive women trying to get you to click the link in their bio. Then there's the dudes trying to get you to listen to their music, which I fully respect. I can't knock the hustle. And then there's the third camp, the LeBron lovers / haters, who try to troll by pasting a list of reasons why LeBron is or isn't the greatest of all time under every single post. No matter the content, it could be about basketball, it could be about tennis, it could be about baseball, it could be news of an athlete dying. Literally anything, they will be under there arguing. And the arguments are all over the place. Everything from his path to the finals either being the easiest or the hardest of any player, or that he could or couldn't win a championship without any help, but again, who hasn't? Or that he's worth more than the money he's getting paid, and how when he left Cleveland, he literally crashed their economy. Which, okay, I've heard this argument before, and I've heard it enough times that I really wanted to start doing some research into this in hopes of answering the question, does LeBron James's presence or absence actually affect a city's economy? And upon doing some research, I came to an unsatisfying conclusion. Yes, but not really. Let me explain. The whole narrative got started after a couple of researchers, Daniel Shog from Harvard and Stan Vuger from the American Enterprise Institute, I can't believe I got those names in one take, published a paper called Taking My Talents to South Beach and Back. The research attempted to look at the total economic impact of LeBron James in incremental distances from the arena where the Cavaliers played, starting with 1 mile and branching out. The research indicates that within 1 mile of the arena, James's impact was pretty staggering. While he was there, he improved employment by 23.5% versus when he was absent. The number of restaurants within 1 mile also increased while he was there by about 12.8%, and the number of eating and drinking establishments by about 13.7%. Now, I don't know why they categorize restaurants and eating and drinking establishments into 2 separate categories. Isn't that what a restaurant is? But okay. And when he left, the number of establishments within 1 mile of the Cavs' home fell by almost 10%, resulting in a loss of $48 million in annual revenue for the area. And when he came back after his stint in Miami, that climbed back almost 25%. So based on these data points, it's obvious that yes, LeBron does have a pretty significant impact on the local economy. And I say that twice, not because of my stutter, but as a means of emphasizing that within that 1 mile radius of the arena, his impact is huge. But this leads me into my first of 2 points here, which is that I don't think this has as much to do with LeBron as it does with the Cavs just being good. Let me explain. In an earlier video I made about the Sonics leaving Seattle, which you should definitely watch, I will put the link up here or up here, I forget which side is which, I explain how Clay Bennett, the then new owner of the Sonics, presented a half-hearted proposal to build a new arena in Renton, Washington. In that presentation, he explained how it would benefit the economy in the area, citing a bunch of statistics about all the jobs and restaurants it would create within the 1 mile radius around the arena. This is the same argument that's made for most new arenas. When the owners are trying to get local governments to fund these efforts, they argue how many jobs it would create and how it would stimulate the economy and that the city would get its money back in no time. The issue is that the data is pretty obviously skewed, and it leaves out 2 pieces of information that are really important. One is that while these new stadiums do stimulate the hyperlocal or the local economy, as I like to call it, it's really just reallocating resources from other areas in the city, taking jobs and money from those areas and putting it into this highly condensed, high foot traffic area. The effects seem negligible in the context of an entire city because you're comparing the improvement a 1 mile radius has to the rest of the entire city's economy. 40 new restaurants is a lot in the context of 1 mile, but 40 other restaurants closing down in the rest of the city really isn't that much, especially a city like Cleveland, which spans 82 square miles. It's not really a fair comparison to make. The second thing here is that this is also dependent on there being foot traffic in that area. It's not that LeBron himself has helped boost the economic success in the area by just wearing their jersey. It's the consistent success he brings. When you go all the way to the finals, your arena is occupied for 9 months of the year. And given the success of the team, more people will want to attend the games during those 9 months. So for 3 nights a week, 9 months of the year, this tiny 1 mile area gets bombarded with an average of 20,000 people streaming in to watch watch the Cavs play. Yes, to see LeBron, but only because LeBron is good, and therefore so are the Cavs. And the opposite is true as well. When he left, the attendance went down almost 15%, and the regular 9 months of the year of foot traffic that area of the city was used to due to the consistent late playoff runs went down to just 6 months of regular season play because the team never made the playoffs since. To put it simply, less people were showing up for a shorter amount of time in this part of the city. That's why there was such a drastic change in the economy of this area. And to dig a bit further, as for the city as a whole, all of Cleveland, the stats show no real change when he left versus when he was there. The GDP of the city is consistent throughout the past 20 years. In fact, the only year it plateaus a bit is the year they won a championship. So take that for what it's worth. The unemployment rate was pretty consistent for just about the entire decade pre-COVID, and the average income in the city has been steady or up in that same period of time. So okay, what does this all mean? To summarize, LeBron's effect on the entire city of Cleveland is negligible, but for a very specific part of the city, very real. This is of course more a result of the high traffic due to the team's success while he was there, versus the lack of success and subsequent drop in attendance and number of games while he was gone. Now, I'm not saying this to take anything away from him. I think it's actually dope that he's had this kind of impact, and the fact that he was so good for so long that people were willing to build entire businesses strictly off the fact that when LeBron is here is dope. It's also crazy, sad, and a little impressive that his absence has caused the team to be so bad that no one wanted to show up to games anymore, and it killed all the business in the area. Also, another thing to LeBron's credit is that the same people that ran the study found that there was no change in the local economy when he moved in and out of Miami, meaning the LeBron effect is really only unique to Cleveland. So okay, let's summarize here. LeBron did change the economy of Cleveland, yes, but only in the areas surrounding the arena. That effect really didn't extend far beyond that. What LeBron did was create a huge reallocation of jobs and resources to a very condensed part of the city. And the fact is, when he left, so did the businesses in that area. That, my friends, is the LeBron effect. Now let's take all this information and go respond to some comments on Instagram. Let's do this. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for making it through another video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're still starting out here, and any support that we can get is greatly appreciated. And let me know what y'all think. Is it impressive that he affected the economy of the city in this way? Is it just a product of the team being good? And have you ever clicked on the link in the bio of one of those bots? And if so, help me. Also, make sure to follow me on my socials, Uncle Malik on Twitter and Malik Mumbai on Instagram. I appreciate y'all, for real. Thank you so much for all the support, all the love, and all the positivity. I seriously can't thank y'all enough. Have a great rest of your day. Love y'all. Peace. This is a beautiful mug from Basel, from Europe. I've never been there. A friend of a friend of a friend lives there. They gave that friend the mug, who then gave my other friend the mug, who then left this at my house, and now I have claimed this mug. So this is now my mug from Europe. I just noticed this. This is the first time I actually really looked at this, and she is creeping me out. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Look at what is going on here, y'all. Who are you? What is your name? Why are you here? Who gave you permission to be on my mug, dog? I really don't like you.